Hi everyone, and welcome to the fifth week of the summer 2019 semester. So now we've gone through the prose module and we have gone through the poetry module. And I did have to this morning, and actually I did it about 5:30 on Sunday night, submit your midterm grades to the registrar. Now, it's not ideal. I really would like to have graded your poetry essays before I did that, but the summer semester is compressed, and therefore, because of that, I have to follow the schedule that is given to me. So I'm hoping that for most of you, and I believe that for most of you, this midterm grade that I submitted will be about where you're at. So if not, you may see an increase or decrease in your grade very soon based upon your poetry essay. So now we are in the research paper phase, and that's going to take us through the rest of the semester. Now, the research paper you're going to do is based upon the play The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. And truthfully, it is one of my personal favorite plays. I have seen it performed live, and I think it is hysterical. There is a movie version, although I don't know that you want to watch that movie version right now, because it actually rearranges the way that some of these scenes take place. But it does star Reese Witherspoon and Colin Firth, among others. Dame Judi Dench is one of the major players in this play. And they do a great job, but as is the case with many films, they deviate a little bit from the source material. So I would not watch that now. But once you have read the play and once you have submitted your paper, then you may want to find that version and watch it. So here's where we're at now. What I would do this week is find about a 2-hour block where you can read the play all the way through. If you have 2 hours, you can read the play all the way through, take notes, pay attention to what's going on. Then you're going to have the quiz on the importance of being earnest. And it's a 17-question quiz, if my memory serves me correctly. And you should, if you've paid any attention whatsoever, do well on it. I'm not going to ask you too many nitpicky details, but the questions I ask you should show that you have demonstrated the ability to remember what you have read and to understand what you have read. So this week, read that play and take the quiz by the end of the week, and then we'll spend the rest of the semester writing a research paper based upon that quiz. And that research paper, you should, as of the time you see this video, be able to look at the questions. In fact, you may want to look at those questions before you actually read the play, so you'll know what you're looking for. But once you do, then you should be able to get a clear understanding of what it is you need to know and some of the themes and symbols and so on and so forth that the play represents. Now, like I said, your midterm grades are in. I have not graded your poetry papers, in all fairness, but I have graded all your poetry quizzes at the time that I submitted the actual grade. And if you do well on the last 2 papers in this final quiz, should pass this class. That is the truth. Now, if you're one of the students that have not turned in any essays yet, then you might want to consider dropping out, because the deadline to drop out is later this week, I believe on Wednesday. And if you haven't written that prose essay yet, and especially if you have not written the prose and poetry essays yet, then that tells me you're not fully committed to this class. That tells me you're not fully committed to passing this class. And you may do yourself a favor by dropping out and taking this class again in the fall when you have 15 weeks to pass it instead of the 8 weeks you have now. So that's something to really consider. So that's where we're at. I look forward to seeing how many of you read The Importance of Being Earnest. And then next week, I will actually post another video telling you where to go from there. So with all of that, have a good week.